can't play with this guy. Like I'll host a podcast with him, but when it comes to like teammates, the chemistry just isn't there. Oh, are we live? My fault, gang.
What's your rating, little bro?
Yeah, I'm a support player. All right, But what's my win rate on GRN since joining? Like, what do you want? We're winning. We're gonna win chip. It's easy.
Wait, you haven't you okay. You've played for 6 matches and you've lost 2. That's all I'm saying.
I've
How
played
many
for
maps?
10, or sorry, yeah, I played for 11 and lost 1.
Does that include playoffs?
It's without playoffs. I don't know how much it is with playoffs.
2 maps.
Technically 8, if you count both.
6 and 2.
You know what I'm saying?
Are we live?
Yeah,
Yes.
we're live.
Okay, I was gonna. Okay, because I could take it to another level. I could crash out for a
Oh,
minute.
let me crack
No, we're
open a
just
Coke
waiting for
Zero.
Scary
I
to
gotta
make
deal with
the
Scary.
announcement. Not Scary, Gabe.
You just did.
I can make the
All
announcement.
right,
I've
make the I made the announcement. And by I mean Gabe did. I'm just gonna make sure we're live and then we're gonna start going.
I have perms. I can type right now.
I think my favorite part about this is that I'm gonna talk with you guys for the next 2 hours, and then I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing tomorrow at work for 2 hours.
And then I'm gonna rewatch the whole thing tomorrow at work for 2 hours. Dude, I wish I had a job that was chill like that. Dude,
Bro,
I
I
wish
just
I
be
had a job
packing
that was chill
boxes
like
all day,
that.
dude.
Dude, I wish you got the AirPods in,
Oh gosh,
Yes,
I
sir.
had the audio
box
double
cutter
playing.
in the right hand, and the phone
Box
in the
cutter in the
left.
box cutter in the pocket.
Okay, ladies and gents, people of all ages. Let me get everything ready. Okay. Welcome back to the second episode of Contender Checkpoint. You guys know the drill at this point. I'm going to go over the results of last week and then update the points. Let me get that all set up now. I'm a little behind because Colin and Scary were trash talking right before we went live. I'm not even going to hide it. They were doing that. Okay, so I'm gonna just say the results of Tuesday and not actually like go over like who picked what. You can see it on the screen and it's just faster if we just say what points were given after all of it. So Barracudas won 2-0, UPS won 2-1 versus ATO, GF won versus ATL. Green played DRG, Green won 2-0. FRG played Hack, they won 2-1. ACA played BOA, they won 2-0. OS played Beach, they won 2-1. HG played HR, they won 2-0. And FNL played Nan, and they won 2-0. So with all that, the way we're doing the point system is as long as you get it right, you get 1 point. If you get the map score right, you get 3 points. So 2-0, you get 3 points. Just getting it right gets you 1 point. So after all that, I had gained 13 points.
Jesus Christ.
Just because I'm the GOAT, believe it or
I
not.
give up. I know I gave up before and had to come back, but this is real this time.
No, you can't give up. Anyways, that puts me at 42. If my math is correct. Scary got 10 points, which puts him up to 30. Wait, hold on. Did I do that right?
Oh, am I somehow less
was I
than
at,
that?
Was I at 22? No, I was at
You
29.
were
I
at
was at 29.
29.
Never mind. I got it right. And then guest Colin, not this Colin, the last Colin, the Colin with 1L, got 9 points, which put the guest up to 29. Scary's in the lead by 1 point. Colin did not know
Nice.
ball, unfortunately.
Typical.
Because he
Yeah,
only has one L in his name.
that's actually
It's the L.
yeah, it's
L
factual.
diff.
All right. So for tomorrow's games, WS stream. Oh man. Oh okay. I read that as ass stream. Like I thought Resent was talking shit for a second.
Wouldn't put it past him.
Yeah, real. So first match for tomorrow is GF versus UPS. I'm gonna reveal the old result, or not the results, but the predictions. And it looks like Ethan put GF 2-0. Scary said UPS 2-1. Colin said GF 2-0. Scary, you are in the minority, so you have to explain why UPS is gonna beat GF 2-1.
I think I think there's a lot of evidence to support a GF loss. Now that we've had, some I know it was in the regular season and that's old news, but it was a whole week ago. But, you know, I'm still of the opinion that playoffs is hard. And I don't know that you guys are I don't know how your prep's going, right? Because I'm not in the cabal, I don't have the spies, I don't have the script. This is shot in the dark, but if I'm right, I'm sitting pretty with the points. So if I'm wrong, then whatever. I was never gonna win this podcast anyway, so fuck it.
There were so many better teams to gamble that on than GF if you were
I
gonna do
had
that.
6 or 7 or 8 weeks to gamble, and I did, and I lost.
So you're gonna continue
I'm
to
never
gamble on like the worst gamble
no
by saying
no.
GF loses
I
2-1.
I'm just having fun, man. Like this is
No, I
fun for me,
respect that. I
and
respect that. I
and
just thought your
I'm
reasoning would be like more tactical than just
you'll
like,
never catch
fuck
me
it, we
in
ball, I lose
Vegas.
anyway.
You'll never catch me at the craps tables. You'll never catch me in the HR Discord and and on a HR franchise. I'll
Do,
never
do
I'll
you
never be a
have
gambler.
do you have a roster reason why
Roster reason.
you
What is
believe UPS
who's
wins
even on? I
2-1?
don't even know who was on these teams. All right, let me look. GF has Ethan. Yeah, they can lose. They
No,
can lose two maps with
that's
Ethan.
understandable. That's understandable.
And UPS, I know I've played UPS and got spanked by them a little bit. Ooh, they won 2-1 against ATO. Honestly, that's decent. I think even though they won last night, I don't think that's everything they have in their tank. I think they've got the potential for more. I trust I trust
You wholeheartedly believe in the UPS upset?
yeah, yeah, that's a tough team. When I
Yeah.
played when I beat you guys, it wasn't
Well, it's
tough,
weird
but I
because when I was saying the whole time that UPS was a tough team, and I seem to remember a week ago you said UPS had fallen off. I don't know if you remember that.
yes, but look who they're playing this time. Now my
Fair,
answer changes.
fair enough. No, that's understandable. Colin, why do you think that GF will go 2-0?
All right, so people can actually understand somebody that talks around here because Scary doesn't fucking. I don't think Scary knows what he's saying. But
It's been well
no,
established that I don't know ball.
honestly, GF. I obviously we've screened you guys, but nothing really too much more. It's like the map pool is just so incredibly deep. I don't see a single map going the way of UPS, and UPS has been playing great this season. I haven't really watched too much of them, but just from following from the website. But it's just so hard to deny how dominant you guys have been this season. I just don't see you guys
I
losing.
can do it. I can do the hard things. I can deny the
I
GF
think
dominance.
the only hard thing you do is talk so much. That's
That's an easy.
like it's so impressive how much you talk that it's like wow.
I'm not even like the most offensive yapper.
What are you
No,
saying that's me or who is that?
No, there's other people we could name that aren't here that used to be here and aren't
That
anymore.
used to be here.
no,
Okay,
but just
fair
like
enough.
genuinely, I don't see a weak map or any way that GF could lose to anybody besides us. So
So true. All right. Um yeah, I don't really have much else to add. I don't think I could really add all that much else. The move this screen over, sorry. I'm kind of distracted at the moment. The roster at UPS is good. I've talked a lot about Resent and the rest of the squad at UPS. I think they're a lot better than Scary even was giving them credit for literally a week ago on Thursday. Um,
Circumstances have changed.
okay, whatever. This guy is such a poser. Anyway, this UPS is strong. They practice a lot. They have a lot of good fundamentals. I think Resent is just a good caller, good player. I like North. I like Quinn Castle. I like Pope. I like Gene. I like the whole
Do you not like
shebang.
anyone, or you just like everyone? Like, what is the constant
I like
glaze?
most people. I like most people.
You
I
like
mean, I
me?
feel like there's been evidence in this podcast that would say
No
that I'm
answer.
completely happy to say if I don't like a player or a roster. But
It's happened.
there's been a couple crash outs in the Tindy chat, given my due to my words. Um, but no, yeah. So I think UPS. I don't think it's unreasonable to say that UPS wins a map and it goes 2-1. But I also think, given the fact that we've already played UPS, and I would say that even then we were at a weaker state than we are now, and we still ended up winning. That the win over GF is low chance, but if it happens, I feel like I would be obviously sad because that would mean me eliminated and the rest of the boys, but at the same time, um, I would rather lose to UPS than a lot of other teams. So I don't know. That's how I feel
Don't
about
worry.
it.
Yeah, even if you guys do end up beating UPS, I'm probably still next week gonna vote against GF again. And it's just first seed has to go. The first seed has to go. It's unlucky that you guys ended up as the first seed, and it's the way it is in
Why does
playoffs.
first
But
seed have to go?
always, they always have to go. When was the last time in 10D that the first seed won
Last
playoffs? Okay, I
season
know it was probably no, it wasn't. We bounced the was it really last season?
wasn't didn't the first seed win last season?
Wasn't UPS
And also
wasn't
didn't the first seed in
GRN
Prospect win last season?
wasn't GRN the first seed last season?
I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering.
I
Either
thought
way,
that I beat them. I thought I knocked out the first seed in the playoffs. I thought I knocked out GRN. That was the whole. Anyway, no, I'm just saying. No,
I don't know.
I think it's if it goes to the third map. If GF
I'm
doesn't get
pretty
to it, I'm just
sure
kidding.
that FNL
If
won
it
last
goes to
season
the
and
third
they
map.
were the first seed.
Oh, that was the flawless. Okay, sorry, I was talking about 2 seasons ago then. All right, um, well, FNL they committed fraud in multiple ways, and I can get into it. But to go back on point, I think if it goes to the third map, it'll be absolute cinema. Um, I think you guys are susceptible to any strat. I don't think UPS is the same team. I think they're getting better, and they have a little momentum here. And
Susceptible to anti-strat is interesting. It's
why do you
interesting.
know? Are you saying that you've already adapt?
I
You've
mean,
already made changes
I feel like if
to
you're a good team,
counter an
you
anti
make
strat?
you make change. Like once you see something not work, once you change it, right? Like or you improve it in some way, right? Like
I
but I
don't
don't
know.
know. I don't know. Like
I've never called the strats
I would
before.
say that I can't talk about this actually. I can't give away anything. All right.
Dang it! I was so close, Colin.
Okay, we move on. We move on
I can
to
give away a pistol strat that'll beat GF on
yeah.
Mirage every single time.
Is
Well,
that
give it to
so?
me. Give it to me when we face
I
them
wouldn't
next.
be. People think that we want to play Mirage is the wild part. Um, it just kind of happens,
Yeah.
doesn't it?
Why would you play a map where you lost the DRN on? Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. People are like, "Damn, this was the final map in a best of one. They must really like this map, or something."
Who's saying that? Well, now you're just making up people. You probably like them too. You're made up people.
No, it's this
Yeah,
DST team that she just goes to a different school.
yeah.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is all of your GMs ask me for advice on how their team should play better. That's all I'm saying.
Bro,
All right.
Kaiser hasn't been on Discord in like fucking a month. I know he's not talking to you.
Yeah, I know, and I know Colin's not talking to you. Hi,
Colin's not your
Colin.
GM.
My GM. I've only ever talked to my GM a few times, but I don't really know him that
Bro
well.
said Colin's not talking to you. All right, he doesn't even know. All right, moving on. Green versus FRG. I said FRG would win 2-1 because fuck
Yeah, you're just a
GRN.
hater. You're just a hater.
Fuck Green. Scary said Green 2-0. Colin said Green 2-0. Guess I have to be the one to explain why Green is
Oh, I
not
love to
as
hear this.
powerful as people make them out to be. These absolute frauds. Bros won 13-11 when I didn't even have eco, and they think they're good. It's crazy to me. It's crazy. Anyway, no, all jokes aside, let me talk about this, okay? If you look at the greenhouse squad, you got Thunder, you got Iridir, however you say their name. You got Moss, Colin, Scary, okay? Scary is a crash out waiting to happen. Colin, good guy. I don't really have anything to say about him. Moss, he's just waiting to fuck up, bro. Moss is on. He's on the knife's edge. He's teetering off the cliff. Right now he's at a 1.15. Tomorrow drops a 0.5. I'm calling it right now.
Whoa.
Here and here. I don't really know anything about him. Thunder, I actually like. Thunder's your best player. I've decided. Um, moving on to the goat squad. You got Gabe has Bongo. If you saw what I saw yesterday, the soul reads
I
were
caught the end of it.
legendary.
That last round was wild.
Go back and watch Gabe work on that Mirage map. Bro read those fuckers like a book. He was like the puppet master. I have renewed faith in Gabe.
No,
I thought Gabe was washed before that game. Now I have renewed faith. Deej, despite his questionable actions prior to going live, that might have repercussions. Hopefully not. He's playing really good. He's got 1.21. He's providing a lot of impact. Devin also, despite some generational chokes on Mirage in some of those rounds, still a great player. I think it was just nerves. Clouded seems like a good vibes guy. I like him. Overall, after what I saw yesterday, I have decided Frog is built to win under pressure. And Scary is built to crash out under pressure, and that's why they'll lose. Scary will be the death of Green. That is what I am saying. All right, now you go, Scary.
I will say about that Mirage game, uh, it was a interesting choice from Hack to on their T side to have Robbie perma lurk Alice. That was a mistake, I think. Round after round, he was just a lone Palace, and he was the player in that Mirage, on that Mirage game, and they would have won that if they just sent him out mid with flashes. Um, about the predictions, I think FRG is a strong team, and I was hovering between GRN 2.0 and GRN 2.1. It's probably going to be just because it's me and on the pod, and I'm not going to get the points. It's going to be a 2-1 most likely, but I have faith in my team. And the scrims tonight were good, and the results yesterday were great. Um,
They
two maps
bullied some
to holding the other
prospects
team to
tonight. I just
single
want
D.
you guys to know that.
No, they actually canceled on us. We actually played HG twice. Um,
Interesting.
and so I mean, I'm not gonna talk about my mental. Even I can't predict that, but I like where the team is at. I'm more confident than I've ever been in my players, and what we have cooking up and stuff like that. You know, I'll be sad if we get knocked out here, but I'll be it'll definitely be a surprise to me, but I have confidence. And like, what am I supposed to say? Like, yes, I agree that Gabe is gonna beat my team. Like, and just I think
Yeah, you
FRG
should say that.
incredible run they've had. Um, it's uh, it's the teams that they've beaten definitely like insane results from them. Wherever this ends, if they go on with from here or they drop out, like they can be proud. That's an incredible team that should be talked
This is
about
how I know you didn't
after the
watch
season.
the frog game, because if you've
I
watched
didn't
it,
watch it. Well,
yeah, you
I
would have
wasn't.
known that Gabe will not allow this team to lose. He laid his cock on the table in Mirage and fucking absolutely fucking
That last round was like
they
it was like
lost
a
to a
eco.
pistol
They
eco
dropped.
rush up
Yes,
mid,
yeah,
and
Deagles
Gabe
and
was
shit.
fucking Gabe like fucking
Robbie was
laid his
in
cock right on their
Palace.
foreheads and
Dude,
fucking
we were
yelled at
in
him.
the
It was pretty good.
VC. We were watching the stream. It was like Robbie in Palace again on it. It's just like, what could he do, dude? Like, he's 22 and 11 at some point, and he's like, what more could you ask? Oh, because you could ask him to lurk Palace. Anyway, typical, expected from H4K. Honestly, expected from H4K. Now, I know I picked H4K 2-0, and dang it, what is this, the fifth time, guys, that you let me down? Yeah, I'm 0 for 5 on
Yeah,
you guys. I don't think you got me
I
any
don't think
points.
Dalen can beat the
I don't
allegations of
think
that clip
H4K
we
got me
put
any points.
in chat. Actually,
No, I don't think so either. But yeah, that's all. That's all I'll say about the matchup. I think it'll be a great game. I'm excited for it. Colin J, your
Colin, why
thoughts?
do you think that Green will beat the goats?
I actually don't. I just picked the 2-0 as a safe play, so I'm happy either way. I
Oh,
wish with every fiber and bone in my body that FRG 2-0 is 13-0 both maps, and GRN, I could just shit on them.
What the
And
hell? When did I get so many ops? Where did I, why can't people just be nice to me?
we are
then
nice
you
to
cut
you
me
off
twice.
the
You
stream.
cut me 3 years ago, and you cut me 3 years later again.
I already
That
said
takes
it in
some.
Tendy chat. I'm not talking about the cuts, buddy.
Okay, so if they win 2-0, then I get no points, but FRG wins. If GRN 2-0s, I just get the points. If GRN 2-1s, I can make fun of them for losing a map because we're not going to lose a map, and I can say we did better than them.
Does seem like a win-win-win situation, no
That's
matter
what
what.
I'm saying. Regardless of what happens, I can shit on Scary, or I
This
get
is
points,
insane.
and I can still
This is
shit on Scary for getting
insane.
more points.
Colin J, this was insane work.
Okay, listen, you shouldn't have invited such a big brain player to the podcast if you didn't want this to go
I
That's what
didn't
I'm
down.
saying.
invite
I've
you.
I've
I wanted
actually
to cut you from the
I've
podcast.
actually now that I'm listening to Colin, I'm starting to think maybe he should have been the co-host this whole time.
I'm
Maybe
not
I
gonna
made him.
lie, I did like no
What
research. I was just really bored, so I agreed to do this. And
you
I mainly did this to piss off Scary, and I think it's working.
I love this. This was a good guest. Thanks for suggesting,
Ethan,
Scary. Hmm?
next season, Ethan,
What?
you can you can pick a guest that just is a yes man, that doesn't say anything controversial, and it's just constant glaze about how good Tendy is.
We
No,
have Gabe for that.
exactly
So
half the
resent.
tier is trash. We're exactly there's
Dude, we should
nobody.
have Resident on. That's a good call, actually. He probably would do that.
I think resent. I think his positivity is fake and toxic.
What the
It doesn't
fuck?
seem genuine to me. There's no way he's that happy all the time.
I don't think you're calling.
God damn.
I'm just kidding. I love I actually have had good interactions with Rosette in the chat and in
No,
the tier
it's the
chat, Tendy
damage is
chat.
done. He's already blocked you, bro.
I've talked to Resent one
I'm not
time.
allowed to make jokes on this podcast.
I
No
talked to
funny
Resent one
business.
time, and it
This
was
is a
me fucking with
serious
him.
show. This is a serious podcast. I will not make jokes again. Resent, I'm joking, dude.
No,
But wait,
bro.
wait, Resent. When was the last time you invited me to pug? Why haven't you invited me to pug with you? Hmm.
Gary,
Hmm.
when was the last time you invited me to a team and didn't cut me?
That's actually crazy. Okay, moving on to the next team. Resent, I'll always love you. Okay, so we have ACA versus OS. I said ACA would go 2-0. Scary said ACA would go 2 ACA would go 2-0. Colin said ACA would go 2-1 actually. They believe in OS.
It's not okay. So I I like OS. I've got a few buddies on that team that I've played against. We played against them one time this season already, but after watching their playoff maps, I'm like scared of like a spliced lifer, like 130 kill game from one of them, just to immediately shut us down. I think we still have the better map pool. I am just very scared of what I saw from Spliced on Inferno. That's why I put 2-1.
Mm.
If he goes to Inferno, Spice is just gonna hard carry. Alright. And get behind that. Actually, if you know what? Maybe it's possible Colin runs out of bananas right before the games. So,
I always stock up every game day.
oh shit. Maybe
Nice try
not then.
though.
Maybe not then. Spliced is good. Two Fried I like a lot. Um, I think they are their best players right now. Uh, see
So
the
I
thing
think they're
is
better
like
than Henry
realistic.
Davis and Graham.
Yeah,
No.
realistically, this was more of like a point play. Like it doesn't make sense for me to put ACA 2-1 because I don't think OS can win. But I do believe that OS could 2-1 or sorry 1-2. Like they could get a map off of ACA. But for strategical wise, to make sure there's no way for Scary to beat me, it makes sense to gamble and get the 3 points. So I
The hell?
apologize,
How did I
OS.
catch a stray here?
There's actually like a strat behind why I didn't pick you. Yeah, OS. I hope that you use that underdog energy to absolutely fucking destroy ACA. That's actually my deep down secret hope is that OS eliminates ACA. They're too happy in chat. They talked to us the entire match when we were scrimming.
Yeah, honestly, for whoever's listening, if we're typing to you in chat during the game, like just saying hi or what's up, and you don't type back, I'll get your address. Like I'll find it. like, like just say hi back, dude. Like I asked Viz before the Boa game on Tuesday. I said, hey, do you want to let these guys 4v4 and me and you go snuggle in the corner? I didn't get a response. I was fucking pissed off.
I didn't know how to reply, bro. I was like calling us frauds
Oh,
in
easy.
chat, and I was like, "Fuck, I don't even know like I gotta reply. I just had to
Well, yeah,
accept
but
it."
you are a fraud.
Yeah, well, I don't
True.
know.
We can agree
Listen,
on that.
can a
Jerry, shut
fraud
up.
build such a good team? That's
Aw.
the question. Now, some people might say, you know, what's the thing? Like lightning doesn't strike twice. Maybe it was all luck. I don't know about that. I don't know about that because if you guys remember, the Sav squad that I had Jarts build right before I left to be an AGM was also a goaded squad. Therefore,
What about
this can't be a
cow team you built back in season 11
okay.
or
So
12?
well, that was season 12, and I didn't build it. I was first time DE. Sanch just drafted all of us as DEs. I
Oh,
had
what a
nothing to
team,
do with
man.
that cow squad. Okay, and all I remember from that season, the only actually I remember two things. One, Colin being for some reason just the most goaded fucking opper on B side of Vertigo,
Oh
and
yeah.
Ooh, Vertigo. Yeah.
and then two was like we ended up cutting Pancake, and then our only win for the season was literally the very next day where we played Pancake's new team and beat them, and that was our only win.
Oh,
And that is a rough way for that season to end. Let me just say that was a rough experience. But that was my listen. I had nothing to do with that. That was all Sansa's brainchild, and it was horrible. All right, moving on. I have nothing else to say about ACA versus OS. I hope ACA loses, but I don't think it will happen. All right.
We're either gonna get stomped on one map or we're gonna 13-2 both maps.
no close games. Love it.
Mm,
Um,
I have a hard time predicting stomps. Like, I don't know. I feel like I don't think OS is a team that's stompable.
they
Uh,
They
shouldn't
stomp.
be, but and I can talk about the matchup now. But I'll start off with OS that and even if you recall, I may have picked OS a few times to go 2-0 during the regular season, and sure it was based on preseason results and stuff. That kind of informed and other things that informed my decision here. But that all ends tonight, as you can see. And this isn't because I want to cuddle up to Colin J and get back on good terms with him and never cut him again. I am done with OS. I am finished. Just like Hack. Oh, I've said it before. H4K and OS. I needed points from them, and they burned me multiple times. And I just keep going back like a little sucker, and I'm done with it. And this isn't. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as saying like, oh, I'm only picking ACA to go because I want OS to lose and feel justice, because 2026 is the year of justice and justice is happening. Um, I actually do think ACA has the stronger players now, and Graham Zero is the truth, and Colin J can talk about Graham and how impactful he is, and the ratings aren't the whole thing, but I do think that guy's got good mechanics, and uh who's their opper?
Just here.
Um, oh yeah, and just years got a good shot too.
Ask who the backup opera is.
is it Colin J?
Who was the ex Boa opper that Nurse replaced?
Nurse, the one that
For
dropped a .47 on Tuesday. That nurse.
Nurse, the new the
Shit.
Oh,
first season opping.
they call. Nope. Next game.
I needed
Next
you to
game.
know the truth. I
Next
needed you to
game.
know the
Next
truth,
game.
but it
Next
wasn't
game.
me. It wasn't
Next game.
me. It
Next
wasn't
game.
me,
Let's
Colin.
go. Next game. I
Oh
I'm trying to
no.
I'm trying to calm down my toxicity for the podcast because we're on a CSC Twitch account right now. Next game,
The end of
please.
the season. It's the end of the season. Who cares? This
Oh
is
no,
preseason stuff.
dude.
We can leak it. We can leak it.
If only this. I'm pretty sure. What sucks is Green will not play ACA. It's so sad.
Oh yeah, look at that. Wait a minute. We'll meet in the finals.
No, because you're
You're
getting
making
beat
the
by
finals?
GF. Yeah.
There's no way I. There's no way I have to win
I
a
seen
chip.
your map pull, little boy. You
Scary.
got
Out
like
of the
two
I have to
maps.
have a trophy emoji.
Scary. Out of the three guys in the call, you have the least likely chance to make the finals. How does that make you feel?
No, but we're the fourth seed.
And we're the first and second.
No.
No, we should have
Why
informed you
aren't
on
there
the
more
seedings.
upsets? Wait, there are upsets, but
There
they're
was
not.
two.
There need to be more. There need to be more upsets. I can't. No, I think. Yeah, you're probably right. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see.
But actually, I won't be playing you because Frog is gonna beat you. What am I saying?
Yeah,
Anyway,
there's no way
It's
we.
true.
There's
all right.
That's
AG
crazy.
versus AG,
AG.
or sorry, not AG. Well, HG versus
Fuck AG.
FNL.
I'll say it.
No, true. Actually, fuck AG. Get him out. Actually, no. Honestly, demolish the whole org. I don't give a fuck. Get rid of
Yeah,
them.
there's a couple of short list on my short list of franchises that need to be investigated for their management.
Oh, I don't
AG's
care
on
about
my
their
list.
management. I just care about their contender
Yeah,
team.
so we're
Fuck
only
them.
Oh,
like we're actually
for
only
sure.
30 minutes
Yeah,
in.
and their
So if
Tenny
you
team
if
for
you
the
want to
points they
list all
cost
of
me.
the franchises that you think their management
I would
needs
have had
investigated afterwards.
39 points. I would have had 39 points if AG was a good team.
You had half a brain. That's how you get more points.
Okay, HG versus
What the hell?
FNL. FNL. Ethan said FNL would go 2-1. Scary said HG would go 2-1. Colin J said HG would go 2-0. I guess technically that makes me in the minority, even though technically we had different records.
We'll just go last.
I gotta be honest with you. I might be an HG hater because everyone keeps telling me like they're the real thing now, but like I still think it's recency
They beat
bias.
Man.
There was a lot of
Oh, sorry. They beat HR. They knocked out
there was a
HR. That
lot
was the
of
big game.
internal listen. I'm pretty sure Twinkle made it very clear in Tinny Chat he didn't want to op, all right? And that tells me
Hmm.
internal conflict, you know? I think
Hmm.
that HG didn't win against HR. HR lost to themselves. And that is why
Hmm.
had that not occurred, how had there been no question mark about HR, I would have believed in the
HG
HG.
was just around. Was just on a roller. Was just on for the ride. They were just a.
Exactly.
They were a
Anybody could have
passenger
been in
on the
that
HR
spot
downfall train.
and they would have beat HR that night.
Wow, that's an interesting take.
Yeah.
I see it. I see the vision.
Now, Troy's gonna DM me and call my franchise Oralist again or something, but um FNL, I think without recency bias for HG, we've all known that FNL was playing really well together as a team. And so logically speaking, to me, it makes sense that FNL having had this 5 the entire season, most of them are above a 1.0 now. They spent almost the entirety of regulation with 4 players being negative and still winning a lot of their games, which to me spells out a high level of chemistry and just good team play so that even though they're not mechanically like just two people aren't mechanically just fragging out, that means they're probably winning in post plants a lot more than other teams given the rating they have, but also the record they have. So I think HG having such a new roster, they're relying quite heavily on Tired right now. Not everyone can have a good game every game. To me, with all that being said, I think FNL probably still has the higher chance of winning. But clearly, I'm in the minority, so I'll let since Colin said 2-1, I'll let Colin explain why he believes. Or
Colin said 2-0.
oh,
I
I'm
said,
sorry,
did I say two?
Scary said 2-1. I'll let Scary start saying why he thinks HG will win in the end.
Okay, okay. I'm about to bet. Okay. Ethan, what you call recency bias, I call statistics. You can't deny the results that they've had towards the end of the season and into playoffs. They are a team that deserves to win. And they 2-0'd HR. I think my prediction was from last week was a 2-1 for HR. Nah, I was so wrong. 2-0 by the HG
Okay,
squad. That
I want a
is
rebuttal
that is
to
the cold
this
hard
is if
facts.
you look at it, okay,
Okay.
Tired has a 1.20 right now. Fantastic. Phenomenal independently. The next highest rating player is a 1.03 and the others are negative rating. You can't it's basically like HG is in the same boat as HR where they were relying almost entirely on Twinkle to have such a high rating every game to win. And I still so
Right.
it's just like how long can you say that Tired is going to continuously be able to solo carry? I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm not saying that any of these players are
He's
bad
averaged
on
a
HG.
1.2 the whole time. What? It's not like he had like yeah, he had a good series
I'm not
last
saying
night.
none of these players. I like Alex a lot. I like Lou. I like Stukers. I
Oh, here we
like
go
Remix
again.
Pixel. But I'm saying when you have a player that's that dominant and you're in playoffs where it's best of three and the pressure gets to you because you know this isn't a regular season game where like once you're out you just go again tomorrow or like 2 days from now. This is like you're out and you're eliminated. What if it goes bad the first map? That you said 2-1. Imagine they lose the first map and then Tires starts
I
second
don't have
guessing
to imagine.
and
No,
then
I don't.
all the other players have to step it up. And what if they can't? I just don't. I don't see it.
Y-
I don't see it.
You, I can tell from what you were saying that you had a lot of internal conflict about this pick about this prediction on your end.
I don't know. I felt like I
I
felt like I had a lot to say, so it wasn't well organized. But I feel like I got all of my
just like I
reasonings out there.
deliberated. No, 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 it's fair. Just like I deliberated on the GRN FRG results. It's fair to take some time and consult the website and look purely at numbers on a website and derive meaning from it somehow. You could do that, but
Mhm.
me, I didn't hesitate with this pick. I am all in on the HG love train, and I am so excited for the results that they've had. I think for too long, for too many weeks at the start, they were a team that wasn't talked about until they had to be, until they forced us to. And I think this is a team that has no signs of stopping, and sure HR choked massively and they were punished accordingly. Um, Regardless of how it happened to what you think it happened, even though you have your spies and the voice chats, I don't, right? You have the information, you have the script. I don't.
You
I'm
will
going
one
off
day.
of
You just gotta rise up in the ranks of the ACC. But anyway, continue.
yeah, true. Yep. Okay, and wait, I co-owner of it. Anyway, um no, I do. Jokes aside, like no, I really do think it's not recency bias with HG, and they are still a strong team, and definitely stronger than HR, and definitely stronger than. Well, I didn't think that they were stronger than HR, obviously from my picks, but for this time around, FNL, um, like only beating Nan so far in playoffs, I still, man, I think HG is better. I think HG is a better squad.
I'll let Colin go now.
I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't know shit about either of these teams. Um, I didn't know FNL even had a contender team until like a week
Who
ago.
invited this guy?
And then I don't know any of the players on either of these teams. I strictly went HG 2-0 because of Blue Sassel. That's pretty sick.
Oh,
Um, Also too, I was like, okay, they won 6 in a row. Might as well just make it 7, right? 6-7. So
nice. I threw one
I
in there
know,
too, but
right?
no one noticed.
I don't think anyone really listens to you, but that's fine. Yeah, no, I just like jokes aside, if a team's gonna keep winning, might as well just keep picking them. So they 2-0'd the 3 seed last week,
You
and
just
someone hit.
copied my homework and changed it a little bit. That was my ending.
I don't do homework. I bully. I take it off nerds like you. Okay.
I'm not a nerd. I was a jock.
No, but I mean, I feel like HR was one of the teams that I was like not like scared to play against, but I knew that they were gonna give us a challenge. And if a team can 2-0 somebody like that, then I feel like they deserve to have a little bit of glazing, so I'll give it to them.
I think Gabe just outed himself as a non-checkpoint watcher because he just said something about music in our podcasts keeping us from being able to upload on YouTube, but there's never been music on the podcast in like any episode ever.
Um,
Y'all don't be playing NBA YoungBoy on the stream?
No, maybe we
can we
are, and
get
I
back?
don't know it.
Can we get back on? Can we keep this train on topic on the tracks?
No, 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 no. Because Colin basically said I don't know fuck all about anything.
Are there any more teams? Okay, so we've done our predictions.
I just want to
Do we want
also,
to talk about? Do we want to talk about the results some more? We got
yeah,
a little bit of
sure.
time.
Yeah, if you want to talk, sure. We got a little bit of time. Do you want to talk about? How do you want to do this? You want to just talk about which teams you think is was the
Should be here.
what? What'd you say?
Who should still be alive in playoffs?
Yeah, sure, we can. And HR
No, I
clearly
think
should be alive on playoffs.
so should Hack. Fuck. Another
And
upset.
I Hack is like the only team that I lost to so far with ACA, and they absolutely like touched us.
Yeah, the
Um,
same. Like that's a good
no,
team.
they spanked us. It was bad on our home map too. But I just from like watching them play, we didn't know how to counter it at the time, but their play style is like so readable to the point where if you just watch a
They
singular
rely on the
demo,
aim, definitely.
no, they rely on Robilus, or if he's not there, one other person
Yeah.
dropping a 1.7, and they get, and whoever gets that 1.7, and no offense to the players who did do it and like had good games, but those 1.7s are just coming through smoke spams, lurks, and baiting. Like
Oh, we're
I
back
shit
to
you
smoke
not.
spams. Ethan talked about it yesterday. Now we're back.
Like when we lost to Robilus, we tried pushing B ramp probably 6 rounds in a row, and he would get like 2 or 3 picks every single time, just spamming smoke at different times. But so personally, I know Hack like they were looking really good throughout the season, but I don't think they are like anything special enough to have had made a run through playoffs.
Yeah, I expected more. I think 2-1 is definitely like they took a map off. Like that's definite, and they had the chance on Mirage to win it out. But results are the results, and I think how they utilized Roby in the last map. And I know Roby didn't have the stats on the other two. I heard. I didn't watch, but he told me. But yeah, like he's like what Twinkle was to HR. Maybe Ethan, is that crazy to say?
I mean, not really, because Twinkle's a very different player. Robbie wants to play slow and
Well, as
lurk,
far
and
as like
then,
getting the ratings equals the
well, I mean,
results.
yeah, yeah, sure, yeah, they relied heavily on his ratings, but I mean, playstyle wise, they were probably complete opposites. But yeah,
No, yeah. Uh, but that's a big upset there. Obviously, we talked a little bit about the HRHG. Um, who else? BCH losing was, I think, surprising for me, and I may have talked about it yesterday. About this, some clip farmer will have to prove me wrong, but um, I did in my heart of hearts, like I wanted OS and I got it, but I was also conflicted on that one. I really thought BCH was the better team, not just like ratings or roster or seeding, but yeah, disappointing to not see a deeper run from BCH, right guys?
uh,
Yeah, I mean, I thought BCH was gonna win too, but I watched the whole third map on the stream, and OS just looked good. Like they really
Mm.
did. Their CT side on Inferno, they fought down Banana really good to the point I was like taking some notes, like just in case we do play them on Inferno, like the stuff they do. Like overall, I know Splice had a life game like 25 and 10 or whatever, but it was just like Beach may have been the better team, but they just played a way better map at the right time.
mm, mm. Ethan?
yeah, I feel like I clearly from my prediction, I did think Beach was gonna win. I thought they were the better team. I thought it would just I was for sure it was gonna be close because I still like did rate OS. Like I didn't think like I never thought like OS was a bad team at all. But I thought like it was gonna be like close two maps, and then maybe like Beach ends up winning like 13-10 or something, or like even in overtime. Like I thought it was gonna be close. I did think that like given the people on Beach, I thought like the experience and just like even the roles I felt like made more sense, and like that would have been like what ended up having them like win in the end. Like FS, actually, I think I looked at FS maybe in one map. I'm not even sure. I remember in one map I think I looked at yesterday, and FS was playing really well, like way better than he had been playing in the last few games. Because right now like he started off at like a 1.12ish or something through the season. He dropped down to like around a 1.0 or something, um, or even maybe a little less. Might even have been
Mhm.
like, but then he had like a fucking crazy map. Yeah, at least one map yesterday, and I was like, dang, okay, so if FS is feeling himself again, there's no way Beach loses. Of course they did. And
Mhm.
Ben's been playing really well, throughout the season. And I like Rux. I like Slug as a support player, or like even I think technically he's taking a lot of opening duels. Um, but for me, the comp is like the whole five as a unit made a lot more sense than OS for like winning,
Mhm.
like when you have to win multiple maps in a row and like adapt with like extra pressure from like the idea that like mostly I feel like in playoffs the pressure comes on the third map when like it's like 1-1, or like if maybe the second map, if you lost your first map and like it's really close and you're like, damn, I'm down 2 and I have to make it to overtime, like that's when it's like, okay, like do you crumble, or like do you still like make these players or these
Do you have
reads
a
so that
strat for when the
you,
eco's
you
low or something?
yeah,
Yeah.
or like do you have enough like gameplay experience, like hours in the game, or like just an understanding that you're like that that you can make plays that'll get you like two or three kills, and you're not
Command
like
advantage.
afraid
Yeah.
to make that play because
Yeah.
if you lose this round you're eliminated type deal. But anyway,
Yeah.
so given all that, I thought the players for that sort of scenario made more sense for Beach, but clearly I was wrong. OS was just better. But I feel like Beach was probably the biggest upset besides HR, but not really. I think maybe Beach was a more of an upset because of how much HR relied on Twinkle.
Yeah. And
Um,
I think like I definitely wasn't wrong to pick to believe in OS for a lot of the season. Just the results weren't there. That's not copium. That's just like that OS squad is for real. Like really, they have experienced guys. Like Beanog's been around forever. Um, but I definitely thought like BCH had enough. Maybe they didn't. I don't know if it was map pool or bans or whatever. Don't know how that happened. But it was close, like 2-1. That's as close as you can make it in the best of three. So but it's really interesting. Yeah, interesting matchup there. Um, Boa, I think we all had. Yeah, that's the one prediction that all of us got right, which is kind of sad for them, but also kind of wild for us. But again, like that's the bracket. Like that's unfortunate matchup.
And honestly, I mean, obviously being the one that played against Boa,
Yep.
the first map Inferno, they were winning for like I'd probably say 80% of that game.
On what side? Like T?
I think actually, let me look here. I don't completely really remember. Um, I think we ended T side. Actually, I might be spitting words out of my ass right now, but I think we ended T side up, like 7-5. But
Hmm.
then we were down like 11-9, or like sorry, like 10-8, and then 11-9, and it was just like we had to claw back the whole entire time. And they have shooters. Like there was times I would be in crazy ass off angles, or I'd be lurking across the map, and I would just get hard cleared one tapped out of nowhere. So it was just insane. Like, because whenever you play a team, especially in like a free to play league like this, where people are face at level 5 to 7, you're not
Yeah.
expecting people to like just hard swing you like that. And so it was when you play like a 4-8 team in a league like this, you don't expect that kind of stuff. So I feel like too, obviously it didn't upset us, but that's where like upsets can come from. Is like when you're playing those lower tier teams, you think just because. they don't have the wins to prove that they're good players. Some of these people out here, dude, they will just take your head off, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah, and I think that and Ethan and I've discussed it briefly on the previous episodes, but like that's what like Contender is. Like we're in the middle. So peeling back, like thinking about why players are in this tier, right? At a macro level is like either they're here for like the role that they play is really good, whether they're like utility specialists and they know all these lineups and they may not be the best fraggers is the balance, right? Weak in one area, strong on the other, and then the other side of that coin is strong aimers, but don't know any fucking util. They don't know how the momentum and velocity works for the line, and they just don't. They got there. People got to this level one way or the other. I think there's very few well balanced players in the tier, right? Where maybe they don't have the strongest aim and they don't have or they have like I don't think there's yeah, I just don't think like there's that much balance. And so it's not surprising that there's face at level 8s, a lot of them in Contender.
Um,
And
yeah,
like,
ACA is guilty of a few face at level 9s on our 10D team, but that's without, we don't have to talk about that right now.
oh,
But
I'm already messaged Mick though.
I
Just kidding.
I think Contender 2 is like that one tier where players are like deciding kind of what they want to do with Counter Strike. Like for my team on example, I'm in Contender because I've played in CSC for so long and I've just like gradually gotten better as I play.
You and I were in the recruit mines.
That's what I'm saying. Like over the time, like we don't sit down for 10 hours a day and grind the game and want to play ESEA, and
They have fucking jobs.
that's what oh, not that. I don't want to be a dick, but like
No, I'm kidding.
you've got the players that are like just gradually getting better as they play and they're learning more about team comp and stuff like that.
Yep.
But then you've got people like on my team, like Justier and HD and Graham's era, they're all like grinding in Discord calls, like mostly for like their ESEA season. So then they come into the Contender League and they're going up against players like me who are just gradually getting better. And then you have them who are on refrag and learning all these smokes and shit. So you've got those players that have 90 out of 100, aim and
Yeah.
firepower going against people that are just getting off their
And
9 to 5s,
all they need
popping
is
on the
just to
game and
learn
talking.
utility. Like we see that a lot. Like a lot of players pass through Tendy, like they're new to CSC, and so the numbers put them into Prospect Tendy, and then like sure, if they're aimers, they'll keep their aim and maybe even get marginally better at aiming, and winning gunfights and taking more gunfights. But like all they need is, and what I've noticed, IGLing all these teams, and a lot of my former teammates are playing at higher levels because all they needed was to learn gameplay, uh, timings, and utility. You teach those three things, and you won't be, and you have aim, you won't be Tendy. Like, because I don't know, I don't know. I've never been higher than Tendy, never been, watched much of Elite or scrimmed much of Elite or higher. So I don't know if like there's more coordination or less, or more utility or less. You ask anyone and you'll get a different answer because I've heard like even in Elite, Fluffy will say like there's no there's no people still don't know lineups, but then a lot of people do. So, uh, but I think Contender is like a really cool like tier to be in where like whether you're passing through or you're hard stuck like me and like uh aggressive, we know who, is that you can get out of here, and all it takes is you just gotta fill in the gaps really,
I don't
and
know. I think Scary's hard stuck. I've been getting 10 MMR extra every season. I'm like one season off of being Tierman Challenge. That's all I'm
dude,
saying,
this
bro.
this last season was the one that or actually this season is the one that I actually lost MMR.
What a
Dude,
guy.
if I somehow go to Chally next season, I'm numbers reporting myself the very first combine day.
To Elite.
Dude, I bet you right now, 90% of prospect could out aim me.
There's
Like,
some no, no, I've watched some
Bring him
prospect
back to
games and
recruit, bro. Bring him
dude, I
back to
swear to God.
Vertigo.
bring
Dude,
back
you put
bring back
me you
train.
put me on B ramp, you put me on old Vertigo, none of this new fucking sidewalk bullshit
How old?
before the update.
Yeah,
Old map.
There were
season
two.
13 type shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
You put
dude,
me on
glory
Vertigo
days.
B site.
Recruit season 13, the fucking glory days, bro.
Now, dude, you put me on Vertigo B site behind that box right there. I'm either dropping 25 kills because they think that they can get past me, or I'm getting 0 because they're scared of me. That was my peak, and
Bro,
not just in Counter
I'm
Strike,
not
in
even.
life.
That's
Peaked in
not even
recruit
fake, bro.
B-side Vertigo is a wild thing to
Motherfuckers
say.
would be smoke or be mollying default, and this homie would still get 3 on the run up from stairs. Like it made no sense back then. How?
I'll
Dude,
still
that
never
that
for
that map cannot come back without changes on B-side.
I'll still never forget, and this is I don't know why this sticks in my head, but Nan one season was having recruit tryouts, and one of the maps that I was playing on was Vertigo, and I had a scout on B ramp. Mind you, a recruit with a scout doesn't go too well. I remember
That's a
these
bold
motherfuckers,
spy, yeah.
these motherfuckers run up B ramp with Mac 10s and shit. I take 4 heads off immediately, pull out my deagle and one tap that guy. Carrie messages me after the game and says, "Hey, we want you to offer Nan." And I
Op.
was,
Because you did it with
and
the
this was like
scout.
this was like a season or two after you cut me from Nan Scary. I said, "No thanks. I don't want to play for Nan. You guys have already
Okay,
cut
well,
me
you're talking
once."
about season 11, right? When I was the
Yeah, when I
recruit.
was fucking
New
19
tier.
years old and it was my first season.
It was my
You
second.
cut a young kid. How could you do that?
Yo,
Scary's
19's
actually an
not.
asshole. Actually, I've realized. I keep
What
I
hearing
the?
horror
remember.
stories from everybody else.
It was my
I,
second ever season in CSC. I didn't know what I was doing.
I remember because it was remember Yin Peak?
Yeah, I
Yes,
love Yin,
dude.
bro.
Oh, I miss them. I miss
Yeah.
the.
So me and
But
him were
Yin was
fighting
play
for
Yin played
offer.
in combines.
Yeah.
He changed
Did
his
he
name
actually?
too, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that Yin and I were fighting for the upper spot that Nan season, and we were like both convinced we were gonna get it, and then we both got cut, and they made an outside signing. We were both just like,
Yeah,
"What the
and I never
fuck?"
actually finished that season. Dude, I told this story a bunch that all the guys I literally was on a plane to Japan buying the $35 in-flight Wi-Fi just so I could be in Discord for the
That
draft.
was the season that the fucking
Yes.
roster imploded.
Yes, I we went 0 and 5 and I actually quit the seat like I quit midway through season 11, skipped all of season 12 and then came back for season 13. Like that's how bad it was. Well, no, I was on the laptop too. So that was laptop scary.
You know who
But
I miss? Pre-throwing accusations, Noah.
oh,
That's
Pre,
who
dude,
yeah,
that's who
dude.
I miss.
yeah,
What was his
pre-situation. No,
pre-wanderer?
No, but you can't dox him like that.
don't dox
Everyone.
him, bro. What are you
Oh,
doing?
does people not know?
I would
Some people
assume,
don't.
well, some people, yeah,
Does, do admins know?
I would assume
Obviously.
so. I'd hope
Well, now
so.
they do. Crap. I'm sorry, Wanderer, if you're listening. You'll get punished for whatever
Damn,
you
y'all
what was
some
the
unks though,
eight
because I
season
came in
ago.
season 12 and I thought that was a fucking long ass time. Some of you bitches been
Came
here
in
since fucking BC
So
2000
I
season
actually
3.
came in
found
3 months after me, Ethan.
Yeah,
Ethan. I
fucking
found
shitters.
the I I found the DM from Core for season 7 signups. That and there's still you can search for at scary in the general in the welcome channel um to find the first time I joined.
Yeah, but you're like 40 years old.
Yeah, I mean,
So
like, bro, you were fucking already 65 before this shit even started becoming a thing.
You could have literally started CSC, and none of us would know.
You could have been the secret shadow owner of CSC.
Hawkish has
It's
been
actually
around longer
Cakist,
and
I
he's
think.
younger.
Hmm?
Yeah, but
Hawkish has been
Hawkish is
around longer.
cooler, and he has a cooler name.
Oh shit, are you gonna take that scare? That's actually crazy. I think Scary's cooler than
Bro, you
Hawkish.
should. Before I got
Do we
brutally
want to talk about
slashed from Boa, I was planning on changing my name for the
okay, you don't
season.
have to change the word from cut to slash to make it feel more impactful or
Yeah,
severe. Like
back
I was
before
on
Colin got
vacation. I didn't even have a
stabbed in the
chance.
back.
I didn't
Yeah.
even have a chance to play.
I didn't even know what I
You
was I
guys
don't even
got
think
me.
why is it every season I'm in charge of that tier's roster? I'm sick of it. I don't want to do
Ethan,
it anymore.
have you ever heard this story, Ethan? Or no?
Of the story of you getting cut from Boa.
Of how I got cut.
No,
Oh
he
yeah,
no,
yeah,
he
I
just
did. I
no,
did hear
Colin
it.
J just found out how he got cut from
Fury
Boa.
was messaging me like every day during that time. Sorry,
Dude,
Fury, I outed you.
I asked them, I say, hey, are you guys drafting another offer? Just want to know. They said, no, you're the offer for this season. I said, hey, by the way, before you do sign me, I can't make match day 1. I'll be on a family vacation. Like, oh, no, no problem. Literally right after match day 1, the day after, I get this big old DM from Dr. Fury. Immediately started hitting up the booze down in Mexico. It was such a sad day.
Oh my
Dude,
gosh.
okay.
What a sad.
It wasn't just you, because where the fuck is Aquas?
Yeah,
We
that was
went
the
into the
core.
draft. We went into the draft calling J Aqua's scary, and the only one remaining on Boa is none of the core going in from the draft. Like, like, we
Damn.
can keep talking about Boa because we were talking about Boa ACA, but like, wow, um, unusual results, unusual roster moves. Not that I not no shade to Fury. Like he built uh
Dude,
a
he
Boa
built sick
team
teams.
last season. It was yeah, like we semis.
No,
He'll
not
be a
even
great
just not even just like last season. Like, dude, his Chally team, his prospect team, like they're
yes.
all like 11 and
Oh,
1
his
right now.
prospect team won last season. Yeah, like and they're on fire this season. Like yeah, I just don't think I think the issue was maybe like Peebs was AFK and that fell on me being the former IGL. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know who else Colin had the input on who would be, but I did question, dude. I after do you remember? Did you play in the preseason game where Aqua's had that bad Mirage game?
Dude, I played in like one game. I don't remember.
Oh fuck.
He literally told me, he said, "You're not going to play much in preseason because we're not cutting you." And
Oh,
so I
fuck.
I played
You
one
can you
game.
could have made a ticket. No, you have player rights. No,
Dude, thank fucking God he cut me. I'm getting fed good
dude.
over at ACA.
Dude, I have a screenshot on my phone of like early in the season when your ACA boys were like, whoever cut Colin J, thank you, and I screenshotted that like immediately. I have it still. It was
Uh,
Graham Zara
our
and HD who were
our
like,
joke for like the first 2 weeks of me being on the team was we're gonna try and make Boa feel like as shitty as possible for cutting you.
dude, and then you knocked them out of playoffs. Oh my god,
I didn't. I dropped a point 0.9. HD did. He dropped a
that's
point
average.
1.7.
You're average. Um,
You're average.
we can
You were
go.
serviceable, Colin, is what he's
Ethan, do you
saying.
want to talk
What?
about how the
I
game
hate that fucking
against
word.
ATL went? Ethan, you want to
What?
talk about ATL
ATL? I mean,
first?
there's not much to say, and I don't think anyone expected him to win. Didn't we all have him 2-0? I don't know.
I expected them to have a map.
No, you didn't. You literally said 2-0.
You
No,
said ATO?
ATL.
Oh, I don't.
Yeah, you said
Okay, dog shit.
scary. GF. Oh no, you did say 2-1. Look at that. I don't know,
Because GF can
man.
lose.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say. That
It's okay.
I'd
Just call them a bad team
I'm
and move on.
trying to think of like. I mean, it was just like I mean, it was a fun game. Like they made it like 13-10 on Anubis before they got 13-5 done. Whatever we played after that. Um, I don't know. It was a fun game. It was just kind of like an average game. Like nothing really like annoyed me or like usually I can talk about something that there
No
was like
smoke spams.
no smoke spams. Usually I can usually talk about something that like annoyed me or it was like, oh, that's kind of neat. Like I haven't seen any other team do that, but it was just kind of like, and this isn't like I don't even know how to like. It
No
was just
pressure.
like an average game. I don't know what to tell you.
They didn't pressure you.
Not even that they didn't pressure me. I mean, there was maybe a couple rounds where like it was a little stressful, but like because we made mistakes. I think the thing is like on Anubis, if you go back and watch the demo, there's multiple rounds. I say multiple, like 2 rounds where that kind of fucked our econ on a lot of other rounds because we literally like were up like 5. Like there was literally a round where we were up like I'm like 5-2, and then we like got cocky and like peaked them one by one and fucking died, and we were like, holy shit, we're so stupid. Like,
Oh,
but yeah, I don't really know. Inko said,
I gotcha.
"Guys, Ethan abuses us on GF." That's actually like not true. You,
Oh, I believe it. I'm Team
I'm
Eco
not
all the
even
way. I'm anti
joking.
Ethan. I am Eco Glaze. I believe him every word he says.
No, 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 dude. Eco will spend the entire like, bro will mindlessly be running around trying to find kills and be talking shit to me the entire round. How can somebody work in that environment? I have to throw a
Wow.
util. I have to with Jibbin
Wow,
and
Ethan.
Alex, and then I have to entry for him most of the time as
Oh my
well.
Eco, are you hearing this?
And then he just gets to bait me and trade. It's crazy.
Wow.
And then
And you guys are
calls me a
still in
shitter right
playoffs.
after. It's
Nah,
insane.
I think if we match up, it'll exactly what you said about HR crashing out, dude. Ethan crash out, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Eco. He's Ethan. Eco said it's all lies. He said, "Puh the stats,
What does
puh the
pub mean?
stats." I don't know. He typed it.
Bro,
But
don't make
UPS
me.
ATO, that was the 9-8 seed. Could have
Mm,
gone either way, and I think all of us got that prediction wrong.
Bro, shout out Silky,
Uh,
bro. I wanted Silky to win.
dude, yeah, it's and I needed Krellfoy too. Krellfoy's my goat. Um,
Bro.
but he was an IGL, which I think like is there for the whole season, and they even changed IGLs too, and it still wasn't him. Like like that's the results you get when you don't believe in Krell IGL. Who no one who has Krell in the future will ever make that mistake again. Hear that, Krell? I'll add him. He's gonna be perma IGL the rest of his career at
He's in
CSC.
IGL prison.
Not this
damn,
season, but
man. Damn.
look where it got them. First rounded.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure this here demo has devolved into just us talking like we were in a Discord by ourselves, chatting about good old days. So I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for
What?
Wait,
joining
wait, wait,
in.
wait. One more
I
thing. Can we
Oh,
wait? Can we
okay.
just talk about? Can we talk about Boo real quick?
Sure. What do you want to say
The
about
lack
Boo?
of.
They are the worst fucking team in Contender. Lerp, I don't like you. Good night.
Okay. Goodbye, guys.
Full circle. We came full circle.